Well, you can't break. Well, I don't know. What else applies here? Well, technically, you have to give her or show her that what the arrangement that she did with me is null and void, basically.
Okay,
You gotta
that's
follow the
plausible.
rules in order to break them. Well, you can't break them. You gotta nullify them. That's how it works. Contracts and stuff, and agreements, and shaking of
Okay.
hands and spitting on them and shaking them again. All that
I
stuff.
guess I have to go figure out if they're coming or not.
You do that, but you gotta make sure they understand this. Otherwise, it's all for none.
Yeah.
And I would really hate for my wife to get hurt in any way, shape, or form. I already hurt her, which is bad enough. I mean, I was a creep and a weirdo. That's why I can't be there with her because I don't belong there. But you can. So
yeah,
it's time for you to be a hero. Just one more day.
right, for one day.
Yeah.
For one guy. One
don't
marriage
do it
even.
Don't do it for me. Do it for the poor nymph that got trapped in all this.
Sure.
She's an innocent victim in all this.
All right, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah. Actually, this is your place. I should be the one leaving. Hey, there's a party. I'm gonna go party. Hey,
conversation.
Party.
I'm gonna go to someone.
Someone.
I don't know. I guess Kix first.
Kix is at the party.
The only one that wouldn't be at the party is Lael, if that matters.
You can always drag him.
Yeah, well, I just need to inform that I'm doing this. So I'm gonna go to every person basically and update them on this, and that I'm doing it with or without them.
So you're planning on going into the woods, doing a performance where if you win, you help out someone else who admits that their wife thought they were a creep and left. And for this, if you win, you get what? And if you lose, what do you get?
It's not really like a contest. I go there, I try and convince the hag. Assuming that works out, and there's no violence, I get stuff that I want.
I see. I have to say, I really don't like it because it sounds like there's more at play here than has been admitted.
You don't say.
I guess that goes without saying, honestly, but if you believe that you can be careful enough, you have my blessing to go do so, but if you need my backup, I could be in the area.
Well, it's supposed to be non-violent.
Well, I mean, I could back you up in other ways.
You could be there and do something.
Well, it's on you if you want me or not. I don't know how much I might interfere with this.
Plus, it would be helpful if we encountered anything along the way.
Oh, that's actually a fair point. You're just going out to the middle of the woods, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
We might want to bring everyone together for that. You go ahead and talk to them and come back to me at the end.
Okay.
No need to talk to Hugh. He is at this party, enjoying himself, but still acting kind of like the mom of the party.
Okay.
And again, high passive perception. So he walks by and he goes, "You're not going without me," and hits you on the butt.
Alright, well that's one person I don't need to talk to, I guess. Where's Gar and Lael?
are still in his tower, that's for sure.
I guess we'll go to Lil first.
Then
And
where are you hanging
explain
out?
the deal.
Does Lil have any like knowledge or recollection about like Fey folk or anything like that?
Oh, you people deal with them on an irregular basis. And technically speaking, the elves are descendant or connected to the Fae. But you're too connected to this world to be considered Fae, I suppose. But there is a connection there. There is a connection there.
Well, Lale will say, like, if you need help, I can assist, of course. Are you concerned at all?
A bit. I mean, it's supposed to be non-violent, and it's supposed to be simple, but I highly doubt that it will be simple.
These things usually are never that simple, but you should always be prepared for everything. Trust me on that one.
I figure it's better if you guys just come with me as protection, if anything else, than, or even just a distraction. Plus, you know the forest reasonably, like Hugh, and assuming if we come into contact with the elves, or I don't know, a bear or something.
What is it that you are concerned about?
Bears and such on the way.
You're not worried about bears.
Certain bears, lions, tigers, tundras. Oh my. They're dealing with a hag in general.
What are you hiding, Barracat?
What do you mean? I really don't know what you're getting at here.
It feels like you're not really telling me everything about this.
I mean, we're going to talk to a hag, and I'm going to try and convince the hag to let the nymph go, or just try and convince the nymph to talk to her husband, and that's kind of the deal.
But then why are you nervous?
Because there's a hag and a probably long forest journey. I may not be as nervous as you think. Are you projecting or something?
Can I guess I should ask, can I do an insight
if you want
on him
to.
right now?
Sure.
If you want to, I mean.
I'm shit at it now, but we'll do it.
Yeah.
See? No.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen ever. Seems completely normal. Maybe you're just projecting.
I believe I'm not. If you have the confidence in this, then I'll be there to assist, of course.
I mean, worst case, or best case scenario, I just walk in there, do the thing, and then leave. And it's fine. And then we trek through a big forest. Again.
That's fine.
Worst case scenario, she tries to get us to fight her, and then we do fight her, and then bad things happen.
Then you need to ignore any urges to fight her.
Yes, this is a non-violent thing, as I've said.
I mean, non-violence is always a good way to go. It's difficult to walk that path, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. But,
I think
I think I have confidence here.
You'll be fine. And as I said, if you need me, I will come and help.
Okay. Guess I'll go to Gar then.
Good luck.
Off to Gar. Gar! Am I doing something interesting? So I've received a mission to go and talk to a hag in the forest. To sort out some marriage things. Funnily enough, you want to come, or it's a non-violent thing. I mean, you can not care, I guess, but you're pretty smart. And if she tries to pull any tricks, you know, it might be helpful. No, you're not. That's me in this situation. Because I'm gonna get stuff from it. I mean, I'm gonna get some magical material. That's yeah. I'm not. I don't. I mean, I guess they just kind of heard about me. I guess I don't know. They wanted someone who could get into the hearts of people and perform. Not well. And honestly, I don't entirely trust this situation. Well, he does have to follow rules and stuff, and this is an agreement, which is basically a contract. So it's probably fine, but we're also dealing with a hag. I ask the Fae. Yeah, they all, I believe, have this kind of like rules thing that they all have to follow. There might also be some other influences that have rules, specifically with the hag, but you know, it's probably not that important. Yeah. You know, the ones who have rules, but yeah. So it'd be a bit helpful if there was some backup on this plan, you know? Well, I don't know if it's like the middle of their territory or something, but well, me, Q, possibly Lael, possibly Kix. I mean, since we're going out there, I will probably bring them just for like bodyguard kind of deal. Yeah. I don't know. We might not bring Kix. That's kind of up to him. Well, really, he only wanted me to, but he said that if I wanted to bring other people, I could, as long as they followed the non-violence rule. Oh, well, he didn't say that at all, actually. I think it's fine to bring weapons and such, as long as we try and stay peaceful. Well, yeah. So how it's supposed to work is that we're gonna go out there, try and not be violent, and then she's gonna try and make us like break the rules or whatever, so that she can break the rules in return to fight us or whatever. But as long as we just don't like fuck up, you know, we're fine. Well, she's gonna try and convince us to be violent through Fey trickery and such. But we just, like, don't. I think it gets us all fucked anyways, just as a group. For magical resources. I mean, you don't, like... You can just say no. You could have said no a while ago. I mean, I'm not entirely convinced by this, but, like... I don't really care. I mean, there's always just, like, plan Z, where you just, like, run away. So... Good luck, running the stuff here or something. Back to Kix. So Kix,
You're back.
Hugh's coming, I guess. Just, he is.
That's good. You'll probably need someone out there in the wilderness to scout for you.
For sure. Lael said he would if I wanted. So where does that leave you again?
Do you think you need my assistance for this? You did mention that you would have to travel. Do you know how far into the woods you're going?
I wish I knew, but I haven't been given actual directions yet. He just said, "Oh yeah, I'll point you to it," like directly. So either he's gonna lead us through there, or he's gonna give us hopefully very accurate information.
Your source does sound increasingly unreliable, I'll be honest.
I mean, Faye.
But if there was anyone to protect you, Hugh would certainly be able to do so, and next up,
I could bring Lael instead of you, I guess? And then you could run things here?
Right, keep an eye on things. I mean, as long as you don't expect anything to truly need force of arms, then, well, half the reason I'd be anywhere would not be necessary. That chamber with Portal, the crazy guy used to be.
Yeah, that guy. I mean, I don't exactly like this idea, but I do kind of need the stuff.
This is true.
And hopefully, it's not getting me killed.
Hugh, come over here. Oh. Well, it looks like you two will be heading out at the very least. Hugh, do you think you need any assistance if anything were to happen to you in the woods? Do you think Bearcat will be safe with you?
Unless, like, there's a big problem, it's the woods. It's kind of my thing.
Good. I thought so. In that case, Bearcat, I wish you the best of luck, and, well, I hope to hear of success. I know you can do this. I mean, well, honestly, I don't, but if there's anyone who possibly could, it might be you. I need to work with these speeches.
Yeah. If somebody could maybe do that, that could be you. Could be somebody else. Could be nobody. But I'm thinking it could be you.
It's like being supportive with, like, being genuine and honest.
You're on the list of possible candidates that could do this if that were a list to be yeah.
You
might make it. Who
I think we
knows?
should have a I think we should be prepped to just back out at any time during this.
Right, that would probably be wise. I know Hugh can definitely help you with that.
Why? If you've agreed to a deal, backing out's breaking the deal.
Well, the thing
I think
is,
he means just for his own safety.
yeah,
Well, that's that's what I mean. If you said, okay, so let's put it this way: if when I was back in the mines, if I said I was gonna work for like 8 hours, and I worked for 6, I didn't work for 8 hours.
well, yeah, it's just like.
But if you agreed, then isn't not doing
All
breaking
I
the
agreed
deal you
to
made?
is that I would talk to her. That's what I specifically said. I said I would talk to the hag. And that's... I never said that I would succeed or fail specifically.
Wording was you do or you fail.
Well, yeah, but you can fail. That's an option.
Right.
In which case, I just don't get the stuff.
Right.
I guess.
This was only a mortal deal. It's not bound by any fate trickery, I imagine. If you go there and make an honest attempt, you try.
This guy's Fae.
Yeah.
This isn't...
What?
Like, I've popped my senses and there was Fae in the area and he's the only one who would have matched.
Yeah.
Sounds right. He's still drinking over there, even.
But if we give it an honest shot, then we're fine.
At this point, Lil's going to come up and says, are we going now or are we going tomorrow?
Are you coming?
I said I would.
Alright. I guess. I have to go talk to him to see which day.
Very well, then. I shall make sure everything is still in one piece when you get home.
How's
and
the party
I hope
going?
if there's
I'm
success
still
there,
in
maybe
one
this could
piece
be
when we
an
get back.
interesting page in our history.
Yeah, I just hope I'm in one piece when I get home.
I don't think they're known for cutting you to ribbons.
You will be in one piece. I promise.
Okay.
Then, to you three, then I wish a fair excursion.
I guess it's time to get directions.
Yeah, outside the keep, Elias is waiting. It's like, it took a while. I was getting sleepy. Yeah, okay, follow me. This way. Up into the woods to the grandma house we go. Anyway, and he starts leading you. And the thing is, even you realize that you don't remember any of these trails. You're like,
I'll turn into a horse.
Yeah.
So that both my companions can just get on my back.
Okay. It was like, that's a nice trick.
I mean, I'll walk. I'm fine.
That's a nice trick.
Yeah.
If you say you're gonna walk, I will nudge you until you get on my back.
I walk literally the same speed as you.
That's not the point.
Just get up.
He was being
Get up.
helpful.
Just do it. All right. Just do it.
All right, I go on the horse. Don't
Yeah.
like horses, to be honest. I'd rather my feet on the ground.
And so you get deeper and deeper. And the thing is that you go into trails that you never spotted before. You know these woods. You explore them. You go through them. It's like, where are we going? And it feels like a day, but really more like an hour. So finally, there's a clearing, and there's like a hollow tree that seems to have been struck by lightning, and has doors in front of it. Doors are closed. Like, okay. Here's that. I can't go any closer. Oh yes, you asked about one more rule. Very important. Rule of hospitality. Don't break it. Rules of hospitality. Don't break it. You do know the rules of hospitality, right? being a good host and good guest and all that.
Yeah, so just don't be a dick, right?
That's a start. Yes, so that's. He looks around and he looks back to the path that is no longer there, and he goes like, "A deal's a deal."
Oh.
Oh well.
Talk to her.
Yeah, you do that. No
And-
violence, and be a good guest, and you should be fine.
So am
No
I
problem.
trying to convince her to release the nymph from like the contract thing, or like just that the flower thing is null and void and such?
Either way,
Okay.
I leave it to you to your approach. I just, I tried, and I'm not very good at that. So,
I'll turn back into a kobold. I have a question before we go in there. Could we possibly use you apologizing as a bargaining tool?
That's the problem. I can't get in there to apologize.
Would you be willing to?
I said I would.
yes.
I am. That's the whole thing. I just want to apologize. I want to say I'm sorry. Maybe I get her back. Maybe I don't. But at least I get sorry and can move on, and she can move on, and we won't be happy. I mean, I won't be happy, but I'll eventually be happy once I go through the passage of time and heals all wounds. And
the like minimum here is we say that he's sorry to them.
Oh, like I'm saying, is that a tool that we can use? Going in, like,
yeah.
If you can do that, then I don't know. I mean, I tried, and clearly I failed because we're having this conversation right here. So,
yeah. All right. Let's go.
Oh, and she might offer you to do some dirty deed, dirt cheap. I would advise.
Don't accept any offers, right?
Yeah, I would advise against that.
Don't accept any offers.
Mostly because you're not me and you're not equipped. But anyway,
stuff.
Just the same.
I don't know what you mean by that.
You don't want to know. I mean, I could tell you, but
Hugh, just pretend you didn't hear it.
I did hear it.
That's why I wear this cape, though.
Then ignore
it. And he goes back into the woods, and the woods sort of seem to close behind him. And you're in the clearing.
I guess let's go then.
Yeah.
I'll
stay by your side.
Lead. I'll walk up to the door and knock. Unless something happens before I get to the door.
I think. Is there anything we should know about, like, tags, I guess, or anything like that about what they expect in terms of hospitality?
I imagine like normal hospitality stuff.
They don't expect, like, gifts or anything specific.
Do we want a gift?
I'm asking. I don't know. I've never really dealt with hags before.
I mean, we could, I guess. Doesn't seem like super.
Is there like any garden or anything around this thing?
No, it seems rather bare.
Okay. Hugh will make a flower using druidcraft.
Yeah, as you approach the door, I don't know why this all of a sudden got so
so blurry.
The quality, so blurry. I have no idea what's going on here.
It's all right.
The doors, they're not closed. I mean, they are closed. In the map, they're supposed to be open, but they are in fact closed. So as you approach, why is the map? The doors are closed. Sorry. So what do you do?
Knock, I suppose.
I'm coming. Who is it? And you hear stump in the foot, and just like a peephole, like open, and a kind of green nose sort of peers out of the peephole's like, who is it?
Hello, ma'am. My name is Bearcat.
Do I look like an old woman to you? Why are you mamming me for?
Well, that's how my culture addresses women.
Hmm.
But if you
Trying
would
to
prefer
respect-
Miss, I can say Miss instead.
Oh, I would always prefer Miss. Flattery, huh? That's what you're
Okay,
going
well,
with, huh?
Miss.
Okay, I see it. Uh-huh. Yes. What was that again, Miss?
Yes, Miss. My name is Bearcat.
Uh-huh.
Uh, would you mind if I came in
What for?
to
I
talk?
don't do traveling salesman.
Oh no, I'm not
No,
here to sell you
I haven't
anything,
done one in a
really.
while. Anyway, yes.
I'm just
So
here to talk about this situation going on that I've heard about right now.
situation. What situation?
Well, there's a very apologetic satyr who would very much like for me to talk about things.
He sent you to talk to me about the. Well, you can't see them, but you can almost feel the air quotes like situation, huh?
Yes,
I
and
see.
he's very sorry to his wife.
I don't give a shit if she's sorry or not. She should be sorry to me. I ain't apologizing, give me what I want. Are you gonna give me what I want?
Well, I mean, the idea was that you would get a flower, right, for him, so that he.
You
Come
handed
in,
you the flower.
All
You
right.
handed you the flower like when you were
I am
walking up.
holding. Yeah, I do have this flower now. I mean, we're
What?
talking through
What?
like
Yeah. What are you gonna do? You have
right?
the flower in your hand. What are you doing with the flower?
I will present it to her, Miss, if you'd like. You can have this nice flower here.
That's, gifts are acceptable. And the door sort of open, and you push you back, and it's like in front of you. It's a very tall, gangly woman.
Hag.
Yeah. And you see this. Yeah, you see. Everybody should be seeing that in front of the screen if it's not too blurry.
Yeah, that's
Before
fine.
Well, that's
entering,
coming in good.
Yeah.
before entering, Hugh will just do a. Do I have permission to enter your abode?
Oh, the kobold is polite. Now
Yeah,
I heard everything.
actually,
Sure. Come in, little one.
Thank
that's
you.
quite nice.
You haven't asked permission yet. You offered me a flower, and she snatched it out of your hand, which is a pretty flower, and it kind of starts wilting in her hand. Like,
May I come
should
in,
put this
Miss?
somewhere, and she sort of tosses it somewhere. It's like, oh,
May
you
I
may,
and
you
my
may.
companion come in, Miss?
Well, doesn't he have a mouth? I mean, he doesn't have an arm, but he does have a mouth.
He does. Yes.
Well, you speak up.
My apologies, miss. I have just been lost in thought at the moment. Yes, I have your permission to please come in.
Yes, you may come in.
All right. We step in.
And you wanted to bring foul-mouthed Gar into this. Oh,
Is there a nymph here? Like out of character? Do I see?
Yeah,
like,
you
the nymph?
immediately working in this side of the kitchen again. It's a bit blurry. You see the following.
That's certainly a nymph.
And she seems to be toiling away, doing whatever it is. And this home, like, you have like garlic and all kinds of things hanging from the roof. Even though it's a hollow tree, it seems like the roof, as it is just a series of vines that sort of vaguely cover the hole of the hollow tree. If it rains, you imagine some of it might percolate into here, but they don't seem to care. In fact, the whole the whole tree trunk has a smell of muskiness to it. Like if not wet, then certainly humid, constantly humid. So yeah, sit, and she offers you some chairs, and there's a table, and it's like, yeah, go ahead, sit.
All right, yeah, I'll sit down.
So the fool asks you to come here, and
Well, first he'd like to apologize to his wife for this.
Like I said, he doesn't get to apologize to her until he gets me what I want. A deal is a deal. And you see that the next when she hears that, she sort of shivers. Like
I need to roll a wisdom saving throw because no one told Hugh what she wants. And he may ask what it is.
No.
Okay, he's not going to.
Well, if I understand it correctly, he requested that you get a flower for him.
Yes.
So that he could bring the flower to her.
Yes.
And then they would get married and such, all that stuff because of this.
Yes. And I did as he asked.
And so you brought the flower, but he was already getting married?
And
so
deal was for the flower. I don't care what he was going to use it for. Doesn't matter to me. That's not part of the deal. The deal was a flower for. And she grins, and you see like broken teeth and you know, she has like things in her mouth, and like they're like she even has warts in her tongue, basically. So it's like, yeah. You don't seem the strapping young lad type, not like him or his kind. So I don't think you can.
Mortal.
You cannot. You're not gonna measure up. It takes a real man to. Well.
Right.
And you hear like a dry heave, like you shush.
Well, if he could have avoided this, I'm sure he wouldn't have requested that you do it in the first place if he had precognition and knew that this was going that the marriage was going to happen without all this.
Again, not my problem, dear. A deal is a deal. I'm not asking for much. They're not gonna keep it or anything. It just, you know, I'm the injured party here. I require some restitution.
Restitution.
Yes. If I don't get what I want, I need to get something equal or greater value to recompense for the damages done to my poor green heart.
Okay. What if I were to play you a song?
Play me a song, a night of unforgettable passion. With a night divine being. I don't see.
You might not know if it measures up.
When you say me, she goes into a heavy laugh, like, measure up. No, that is funny. Measure up. And she points to the niece like, listen, dear. He said, measure up.
I will not comment on whether that was intended or not.
Yeah. You're a funny one.
Look.
You said Maybe
If
you
I play
dumb
you
as hell.
a wonderful, beautiful song, would you accept that as restitution?
I mean, how would I know it's a beautiful song? What happens if I don't like it? If you play badly, you would injure me, and I would require restitution.
Majesty is the greatest song in the world. Yep, definitely happening. Well,
what would this song be about? That would make it
well,
so great.
I could try and make a song right now if you wanted me to try something specific.
Can you write a song about betrayal and broken promises
I could
and
do that.
shattered hearts?
Yeah, I could do that.
Would you be willing to write such a song that would shatter the heart of a nymph into a million pieces so that she understands the folly of falling for a bestial thing?
That seems highly specific and
I mean, that would be very impressive.
intended to harm.
Well, see, I am the wounded party here. It would not harm me. In fact, it would satisfy me. Which means I would no longer be the wounded party, which means that would be equitable restitution, I think.
At this point, there is a slow hand raise from Hugh.
Lael kind of tries to put your hand down.
Johnny Castle.
Try and put his hand down. Hugh puts up his other hand. He's heard so much mentioning about what's happened, but knows nothing.
Don't.
He needs to ask.
I grab his other hand.
I use my foot to put your other hand down.
Hugh just looks confused at this point.
Lael says, I can do this all day, Master.
Question nothing, Hugh.
I say to Hugh, I will tell you when you're older.
Would it really be fair to pass your own wounds onto someone else?
I'm not passing anything. I'm getting joy. I'm getting restitution. And as a bonus, I am teaching this young lady the realities of the heart. I call that a service for free.
Can I make an intelligence check to see if you finally connects the dots?
The game starts a band. Well,
yeah.
Here we go. Nope.
This is all going all right over. It's like restitution, night of
fancy
passion.
word.
You have no idea. No.
Yeah.
You have no. Yeah, this is, can you do that? Makes me happy.
I think I might be able to, but...
And you see that the nymph gets up and just like her eyes are just huge pools of blue color. They almost seem like drowning in own tears. Like, for the love of God, don't do that. Anything but that.
But are you sure you wouldn't want perhaps a more intimate song? Just a song, of course.
How intimate are we talking about here?
Yep. Kobold is now PG-13.
Yeah.
Well, assuming that at least one, probably both of these people next to me leave this room, it could get into some specifics.
Some specifics. Do I look like somebody who just dwells on some specifics. I'm
Perhaps
older
a
than
lot of
time
specifics?
herself.
Really?
Mortal imagination is so limited. And so is their experience.
I'm really confused as to what's going on.
Yes, I know Hugh.
Hugh, I'll tell
It
you
could
later.
have more than a
want-
few.
I want to help, but I don't know what to do.
Do nothing.
You look pretty right now, Hugh.
It could be pretty intimate. As a song.
It's a song.
It is just a song.
Just a
A
song.
pretty good song.
So you said that's what you said.
That is what I say.
That's what you said. But why would the others have to leave? Why? I mean, a good song requires a great audience. The nymph is going to stay. Your friends should stay too. They should see your grandeur.
Well, I have the greatest audience right in front of me. That's why.
But this is my home, and you have been invited into it. You are my guest, are you not? Are you just going to leave me like that?
Look, I really just want to protect this one's ears.
Oh.
He's too innocent for this, really. Really.
And he
No.
walks over to Hugh and sort of pats him in the head, like, "Oh, you worry about the little lizard. Oh,
Like-
that's so cute. But he needs to
For a
grow up."
kobold. I'm an adult for a kobold.
Yes, you are, dear.
That is technically true.
See, he's already
Technically.
he knows. I mean, they breed like rabbits, so I don't think it's gonna get.
Oh, if that's all we were talking about, then I can totally help. Oh,
No, dear.
jeez.
I
I was confused. No,
What?
it's not being a kobold. I can be other stuff.
what?
He looks at the goat like,
Lael is just face palming right now.
You
Oh.
should not.
Really?
Yeah, I've been giving
And
gifts
she's-
from Alona.
God damn it.
And Hugh, in his innocence, sees zero problem in using his druidic powers.
So she sits down and looks at Hugh, and she actually, for the first time, notices your medallion. It's like, oh dear. Oh, and you see the look of horror on the nymph, because the nymph can't go anywhere. Right? She's stuck in here.
Sure is.
I don't. And she says, she's trying to say something like, I don't. I mean, and she's terrified. She's horrified and terrified. She's trying to say something like, I don't need me to say that. What are you gonna respond to that?
Yeah, I'll look over at her. You sorry, what was that?
And the hat sort of almost teleports beside her, and sort of does the Disney villainous thing where he wraps her arm around her. It's like, oh Jan, she's so distraught. You can close your eyes, dear. It'll be fine. And she's like, isn't that right? So the little kobold is so little anymore, and he's willing to. Well,
Not sure that he really understands what he's getting into here.
Just play the fucking song already.
Look, I'd love
and when you say what he's getting into, she just peals with laughter at that. It's like the best joke ever. Like he said he's getting into.
her out here.
Barakat, actually,
yeah, what's up?
this is where I actually have to politely say I do understand what I'm getting into, because I'd rather protect the love of other people and put myself in harm's way than see them not get what they would not get what they want.
Great. Well, if you say so.
And like, from what I heard, this kind of fulfills what was promised.
Yeah, it does. Just we'll talk about this later.
So okay.
Also, good luck, Lael. So I'm going to.
We want to be sure everybody's on the same page without having to break Twitch.
I'm
rules
just
here.
gonna enhance ability myself for advantage on charisma. Or whatever. Performance is charisma, right? Yeah. So, and then I'm gonna play a song with certain specifics.
Okay. Perform.
That's not good enough. Do I have a thing for that?
Do you?
An inspiration lying around?
I can't. Oh, I do have inspiration.
And technically, you could always get him
I have.
Effect.
Well, do I? Did we do the at the rest? Did we do the thing? I don't remember at all.
Do what thing?
The like entertainment and stuff. I don't really remember if we did that one time.
Well, the last time you went camping, I think you did.
Because if I did that time, then I would have inspiration. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess now's the time to clarify that you won't have it in the future.
Yes.
Yep. All right. I guess. So I make. I mean, if Lessons is cool with me making another attempt.
Okay. She's intrigued. She was sort of saddling over to where Hugh was, but when you start singing, he stops. It's like,
yeah, this is definitely like the warm up phase, you know. We're figuring out the chorus here. Button. That's better.
24, yeah. Yeah, you belt out a very lustful. You belt the kind of song that would make sailors and prostitutes blush.
Wow.
And she's just giddy about it. She's just absolutely giddy. And she even kind of, Hugh suddenly understands. Yeah. And,
yeah, he understands now.
Yeah. And,
or he just doesn't.
And she sort of claps and laughs. She said, and she kind of slowly moves toward you, like with her fingers, and you can see the broken nails that look more like talons than anything else. And she sort of tries to caress you in the cheek. And it's like, you have shown me more courage and more dedication than that paltry satyr would ever do. You, my dear, do not deserve him. But he was at least clever enough.
Might agree with you there.
To send this one.
Jesus Christ. That's kind of not chill.
Well, now I'm going to ask you something, my dear. Do you still need my protection? And he's talking to the nymph. And she's like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm all right. Like, are you sure? Yes. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Okay, then. Off you go. You gentlemen should escort her to the edge of the woods. Make sure nothing happens to her. And next time, and as Hugh is passing in, next time, you come alone. And you
alone.
There's something about.
He's kind of drunk right now.
Yeah.
So
remember,
that's part of the reason why he was that fearless. But he's like,
remember, Hugh, make no agreement
if it's needed.
Yeah.
Yeah. If something comes up, sure, but I cannot make any promises.
Something comes up.
And
Get that one.
And he does finger guns as he's leaving because he intentionally threw that out there.
Yeah.
The entire song went over his head as well.
Oh no! He again, like he's a kobold. They mate like rabbits.
Yeah.
The fact that she's scaly wouldn't have bothered him. The warts wouldn't have bothered. Like ultimately, he wasn't that concerned.
I whispered to Barricade.
In bed, cigarettes.
I whispered to Barricade as we're leaving. Next time we should just not leave. Bring Hugh with us.
Well, he did have the flower thing, which was kind of useful.
Yeah, and as we're leaving, he's like, "Oh, thank God I didn't have to follow through with that. I was just giving it backup. I would have, and it wouldn't have bothered me that much. But I was just making sure that if the song wasn't good enough, that you succeeded."
Hugh.
Let's never mention this experience again.
Yes.
But secrets are back.
Are you okay?
Secrets are bad, but this isn't a secret. It's just something we don't talk about.
I speak to the nymph. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Where is my husband? And
Can we continue? Are you tired?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'll go back to my. I can go back to my tree soon enough. It'll be fine.
Okay, if you don't want to walk, let me know. I can help out.
Thank you. I had enough of. She shudders like this. The ideas that women try to put in my head, and I thought, oh, now I can't think about the. Oh, I hate her. And he comes like again the sort of the wood sort of part, and the satyr comes in, and he goes into his knees and starts sort of like, I'm so sorry, and she goes like, and turns to you and she says, so what did he do to convince you to come all the way here? Please let me know.
Enough. Not enough. That creation has no amount of payment can rectify that creation.
As he was walking
of mine,
he will just be like, I don't know why everyone's so squeamish about sex. He just keeps walking back. Once we're at a point that people know they get back.
I don't think it's a question of people being squeamish about it. It's more so a question of decorum.
What people forget is, as much as he was civilized, he is a kobold.
Kobold, yes.
And so he gets up and he says to her, "If you wish to undo, I understand. I could not." And she puts her hand on his cheek and then throws it back and then just slaps him so hard. You almost the head spins around like, oh, and the tooth doesn't come out, but like a bit of blood comes in. Like, oh, okay, that's gonna
that one he deserved.
Oh,
absolutely needed.
Do not involve mortals in these things. 1 and 2. Thank you. You messed up, but thank you. Now let's go home. And no, it'll take a while, just so you know. And he goes, yes, dear. I can wait. You're a satyr. I can take a lot of cold showers too. And they sort of walk away, and it's like, and he's gonna just walk away somewhere. It's like, dear, are you forgetting something? Oh yes, yes, of course. I'll see you at home. And she kind of goes into a tree and disappears. It's like, yes, yeah, you have to go home, where mortals live in their homes,
among other things.
Yes, other things. And he's gonna guide you, and he's very quiet, doesn't say anything. He's extravagant in ways, or just he's very, very quiet. Like, you should have what you need come the new moon. It should be the lift. It should be enough for whatever you need to build. And if you need any, help creating it, I suppose that's I should help you. Yes.
I hope I never have to write a song for anything involving you ever again.
No, I do that all myself, also. Although I probably won't be doing that in a couple of weeks because that's contradicts the we're not going to do it for a while.
How long is the new moon?
Oh, let's look at the new moon. Let's look at the calendar.
Yeah, calendar time. We brought it back around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We forgot you were wrong.
Good timing.
New moon is 2 weeks, Gar says.
Yeah.
Add on top the amount of time he's been waiting beforehand.
Well, he said like by the new moon, right? Which means it can come before.
Okay. Yeah.
2 weeks or less ish.
Like a late Amazon delivery.
All right.
But if you meant the other moon, what about for Morsley? When did that come around?
It's Luna. He's gonna do it by Luna, not by Celine. Or Celine, not Luna. Sorry, the big one is Celine.
Celine is still next month.
Yeah.
Not even a trick. Because he owes me.
Yeah. So yeah, that was that situation. You managed to resolve it peacefully.
Yeah, peacefully, right.
Without inflicting any horrors onto your psyche, lasting horrors onto your psyche.
Or anyone else's psyche, hopefully.
Yes, yeah.
Though that's probably still debatable.
It went perfectly fine.
Oh yeah, followers.
Yield gazebo.
Yeah.
I think that's probably a good point to just wrap it up on right there.
Yeah, we're at 10 o'clock, so we just hit 10. So everybody, let's do the shout out and goodbyes.
All right. If that's the case, I'll kick it off. I am Justin. Tonight I've been playing Hugh, the Arrow of Alona, who believes in equal treatment for people, and went through some things. Outside of this game, though, you can find me on this channel additionally on Wednesdays, and I am the GM every Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. EST, over at One Bad Roll. Come on, check it out.
Next up, we have Bearcat.
Yep, I'm playing Bearcat, the tiefling bard, who uses flattery as a method to direct attention away from themselves. And other than one person in particular, like seeing the smiles on people's faces when they perform, and their instrument is very important to them. And they have a secret identity, which the satyr managed to not reveal in front of everyone somehow. And that's it.
And next up, we have Robert.
Yep, I'm playing Lael the Monk. He is very contemplative. He's looking for balance, but he's had trouble finding it lately, as well as any form of enlightenment. The vengeance in his heart has been reopened, and that's giving him a lot of sleepless nights right now.
Next up, of course, we have both Kix and the Revengeance. Yeah, Kix and Gar.
All right, I played Kix today, who's a cool and calculating individual who puts his friends first. And over here we have Gar, who of course is a necromancer who puts his research first and enjoys self-improvement, and has nightmares in the basement. In the nightmare basement.
He is the nightmare in the basement.
And of
He is
course, I'm
indeed.
Griffin, and this is Theta. Come see us every Sunday and Wednesday at, well, basically all day. Come see us for our different games. Come see us Wednesday for, gosh dang it, I gotta keep remembering which games are when. What's the game that starts off Wednesday again? Yes, Iron Claw, Wicked Ones, and Only War. Come see us there for Wednesday.
And I've been Lessons, your GM, and I run a game here every Sunday. And then we didn't break any of neither channel or the 98. That's a pretty good one. Or Twitch toss. So that's a good thing. And I hope you enjoyed this game, and you can join us every Sunday for more Into the Wild Coast. We should have maybe a few more time skips, but there's some stuff coming up that will probably be very interesting. So we'll see as we come along. So thank you already for coming, and as always, we'll see you. Bye bye, everybody.
See you next time.